Hey there, everybody! Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yay! It's Monday again, guys. Hopefully, you all had a great weekend. How you doing there, Mr. Jers, Mr. Viking streaming? Oh yeah, hopefully you guys all had a great weekend. Thanks, bud. Not doing too bad, thanks. Not doing too bad, thanks. Da, 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 da. Right, first of all, there is a shout out to Mr. Viking Streaming. Make sure to go over, give him a call, follow, and catch him when he does go live. Obviously, he was last playing Gunsmith Simulator, but he also does Farm Sim and a lot of other games as well. So definitely go check them out. Doing good, not too well, but I am hanging in there. Okay, yeah. Obviously, you'll be hopefully shooting off soon to get your shoulder and all that looked into. But yeah, you're very, very welcome. Hey Chris, how you doing? Right then, so I'm just in the middle of doing some forestry. I do need to get some more containers, so let's grab a couple of these. One, two, and I'll show you what I've been doing over the weekend. Obviously, I am only on the 2nd of December, so I haven't really progressed that far in the game. But since Friday's stream, I have done quite a lot of work, and I'll show you that in just a moment. I'm just using auto drive to clear some bits and pieces. Oh, I want that one there, so let's get that going. This has definitely been a lifesaver, this auto drive. Yipes. Oh, you're doing good. Glad to hear it. It's been a while since I've seen you around, so glad to see you back, Mr. Chris. Right then, let's get this set up. Da, ba, da, ba, da. There we go. Oh, no, I don't want that yet. I want pick up the container first of all. So obviously, yeah, I am using obviously the Platinum DLC containers to transport some wood over to my sawmill now. I've actually almost filled both my sawmills with wood over the weekend. I've been that busy. Oh yeah. But yeah, let's get this loaded up. Oh, stop. Come on, load up, load up. Why are you not loading? Oh, you're gonna be funny again, are you? Every now and again it just does not want to take these. There we go. Now, the only thing I do have to say is you do have to be very, very careful when loading logs, I've found. I've had to restart multiple times over the weekend because obviously it's, yeah, that hand issue. Now, so this is the area I've actually been working in over the weekend. Now, obviously, for most of you guys who may still not have got to this area, this whole area is actually originally covered in wood. I have actually now finally cleared the entire area. Let me go into flight mode just to show you exactly how much I've done. So there you go. So this was literally all trees. I think there was a little bit of grass along there, but that was about it. I've just come through, I've cleared all the trees. There was two little rock formations, and obviously my aim is to expand this field here right out so it comes the same sort of size or width as the next one up. So I do still have a few trees to get rid of, which I'm slowly getting rid of at the minute. As you can see, this is the last of it. But yeah, it has been a friggin' nightmare. Oh yeah, hey Oppies, how are you doing? Yeah, I've put a lot of hours over the weekend just to try and get this cleared. Obviously, my plan is obviously to next, once this is fully cleared, is to obviously get a plough, extend this out, and yeah, get it going. So that's what obviously Autodrive's doing at the minute. So in between loading up, I'm going to be doing a few other jobs. One thing I did do over the weekend is I did purchase the refinery, and I've now actually got some crude oil, actually 24,000 litres, so that's what, 12 pallets of crude oil in the desert. So I thought I'd grab that, get it going. Obviously I am going to focus mainly on the plastic production on this for now, but obviously once I get into maybe having more wells placed, I can then maybe even kick in the diesel, but I'm producing plenty already, so I'm not in too much of a rush with that. One thing I did notice is some of the um, visuals, I suppose it is, the decorations are sunk down, so may have to have a look into that and get them sorted out, and that looks really weird. I'm sure they're meant to be round, but for some weird reason they're squares. May have to do some visual updates to some of these stuff. But yeah, that's what I've been doing over the weekend, mainly focusing on the wood. Obviously getting this up and running finally yesterday. I have actually gone through today, or this afternoon actually for me, got all my animals sorted out. One thing I did do, now over in this area, I did have 2 cow pens placed with some Swiss brown cows in it. Now obviously if you weren't aware, they're the only ones that you can buy as adults, which will automatically start producing milk when you get in there to full health. So if you want milk from the get-go, get some of them in the pen and you'll be good. But yeah, obviously what I've ended up doing over yesterday, or actually today, I've actually cleared both of those pens out. I've taken some to the actual butchers, but I did keep some, and I've actually put them inside. Oh heck, what's going on here? In, yeah, one of my pens on the main farm. And that is not a good place to teleport. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, so my animals are now all within one little area right here on the central farm. Obviously, one thing I am still doing is going through adding in more and more trees around the field areas just to separate each of the fields. I did actually finish off a little bit. Let me put that up a little bit more just to show you guys what I've been doing. So yeah, I've basically put the Swiss Browns in there, half of them, and the other half went off to the butchers, unfortunately. This field has now got this line of trees going around it. Obviously, I went for the slightly lower ones on this one. I still have to come through and do a row along this field here. I just want to have a row of trees coming down here just to make a nice little avenue. Whether I go for the bigger ones or the lower ones, I'm not sure yet. Probably end up going with the lower ones, looking at how they are. But it's slowly getting there. One thing I do need to do is actually get this field fertilised. So yeah, liking it so far. Now, obviously, one thing I am still umming and ahhing about is this row here. Obviously, currently I do have some birches. Now, obviously, I could take them out, place down some more of these spruces that are the tallest ones, or just leave it as is. I think I might just leave that as is because it's not too bad, but yeah. Fun and games. Right, so that's pretty much a catch up of what's been going on over the weekend. So let's turn you off. Let's turn that off. And let me come into here. I was actually in the middle of driving back. Where the heck is my truck gone? I had a truck with a flatbed. No, I had a truck. I was going to get a flatbed. That's what it was. I was on the bridge coming over here, I think. There it is. There we go. So much to do, so little time. Yeah, so obviously one thing I do want to do is go around and collect up the collectibles around the map quickly. So that's what I'm going to focus on right now. So for any of you guys who don't know where some of them are, you may want to pay attention. Obviously some are definitely known, but some are probably not known from most people. I know where 7 are. There's is it 7? 7? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think it's 7 anyway. Obviously today I'll probably want to be showing off 5 out of them. Because obviously one, I don't really need to. I could actually go get that one as well, actually. But obviously one, if you are interested in knowing where it is, obviously this is where the 7th one is. This pond down the bottom, but just above field 10. So if you own that area, make sure to keep an eye out on above that pond. You may have things spawning out. Alright, I've still not had a chance to get in and do any ploughing on that other pond at the top there, but I will at some point. I do have a couple of months in game before I need to get to that. point. So Mr. Viking is lurking due to dinner time. No worries, bud. But yeah, I'm kind of liking how it's starting to come together now. Obviously, replacing those orchard trees with the spruces is quite nice. It overhangs a little bit more than I expected, but it's fine. It is perfectly fine for me. But yeah, no worries, Mr. Viking, and see you when you get back, hopefully. And obviously, Mr. Oppies is doing well. Not too bad, Oppies. Not too bad, thanks. Kind of very, very busy on the game. Obviously, over the weekend, I have obviously been doing quite a bit on here. Plus, obviously, doing some Fishing Planet. I've actually leveled up on doing the sturgeons, so I'm happy with that. And I'm just going to keep going and going and going. Obviously, yesterday, for some reason, I was getting into the £50 sturgeons, and then today it's gone back down to like 30, 25s and stuff like that. So yeah, having a funny 5 minutes. So the first point for spawning, and obviously you do need the event center placed down first. Give it at least an in-game year. Obviously I do have mine placed down at the bottom of the mine, but you can place it anywhere if you're not sure. Obviously come into your construction menu under the PV mods and under others. Right here, this thing right here, this lovely white building is the event center, and this is what basically allows you to spawn these little goodies out throughout the year. Obviously you get your chocolate bunnies in the spring, surfboards in summer, coffins in autumn, and then presents in winter. So yeah, get that down and get it up and going as quickly as possible. Obviously same thing with the mining shed. Obviously you don't have to do anything with it, just place it down on land you own. Obviously you will need to purchase land, or plot I should say, 231 in the mine, especially the upper level. Allow it to run through at least an in-game year. And what you'll find, sorry I burped back then, I do apologise. Obviously along that mine wall is 6 points where rocks and gems will spawn out, so bear that in mind. So you might want to get that down quite early. Right, so presents. Obviously I have edited the Hispano Modern containers to accept all of these. There we go. So one could do for the presents, one with the coffins, but these will pick up the presents, the coffins, the little chocolate bunnies, and obviously the surfboards. There we go. And you'll go, there we go. There's that, there's that, there's that. So that's first point. So for anyone interested, obviously this is the central farm. Obviously you would normally have your house and a garage there. So yeah, this is their first point of call for those presents. So the next one is a little bit of a drive, so we're going to be going for a little while. But yeah, hopefully all you guys had a great weekend. Obviously I know a lot of people have been playing Ark Survival Ascended. To be honest, I would love to get my hands on a copy, but at the minute funds are limited, and obviously Christmas coming up, I'll get there eventually. But yeah, at the moment I have got spend all my time with Fishing Planet and obviously Farming Sim, and yeah, that's enough for me for now. I'll have to see what the new year brings. Right then, so we'll come around here. So obviously we're going to be aiming for number 2, which is known. And obviously that is around by this main sawmill. So that is where I'm going to be heading now. So obviously the central farm, obviously down on that southeast farm by the pond. That's 2 points. Obviously sawmill. In the centre of the map is a third spot where you get your presents and seasonal products. The reason I thought I'd cover this is obviously a lot of people over the last few days say they're not getting anything. Can they give hints and tips of where to look? So obviously I'm just going to cover the ones that I currently know of and own. Now obviously you do need to own a plot of land to have these spawning out, so just bear that one in mind as well. Right. But yeah, hopefully you guys all had a great weekend. Obviously this weekend in the UK we had Guy Fawkes Night. Obviously it was to sort of celebrate the unfortunate non-blowing up of Parliament by Guy Fawkes back in the 1600s or whatever it was. It is what it is, unfortunately. Hey there, Ghost DK, how's it going, buddy? And there we go. Let's think. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I need to do something with this road. Doesn't look quite right on either side in places. A little bit. Took too many trees out, I think. Hey there, Guy Fawkes. Speak of the devil. How you doing, sir? Right then. There we go. Let's come up over here. Obviously, I can now also, while I'm over here, have a look at Mr. Green Thumb Farmer's build. See how that's coming on. Actually, there is something else I need to show you because I've finally got something working. I am absolutely... It's something I've kind of almost been obsessed with for quite a while. And finally, thanks to Mr. BDB SSB from Friday, he was in Friday stream, he was actually able to show me how to basically do smoke particles. So I've been able to have a little play and get that sorted out. I'll show you what I've been doing with that in a moment. Actually, I can do that now. So first things first, if obviously I don't know if it's going to be coming out to you guys, but oh, wrong spot. I want the chickens. Chickens. Oh, you'll do. So let's see. Is it on here? No, it's not on that one. I want the butcher's one. Yeah. So for anyone who's been watching a lot of me, obviously for quite a while, I've wanted to add smoke particle effects and chimney to factories, and yeah, I've actually been able to do that now. Obviously, at the minute I've got an air vent on the side of the meat storage here, and as you can see, I do have those particles finally working. Yay! Hey Neon, how you doing?
You doing alright? How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Now, let's get these in here quickly while they're there. That is very, very cool, isn't it? Now, I did have a little play around with buildables as well. The main one I focused on was Heinz. And as you can see, we have smoke coming out of it. Now, at the minute, when you place a new one down, it doesn't show. But when you reload, the smoke particles are there even when the building's not built. So I need to look into a way of having them hidden until it's fully built. I've got a couple of ideas I'm going to be playing around with, but hopefully maybe with the next mod pack and map that comes out, we'll have this in there set up, ready and working. So the biggest issue is obviously it's running from the productions. So when the productions are active, the smoke is active, or the chimneys are active. I love that. It's really cool. I'm going to go up and actually show you. So each of these little slots on top, as you can see, have obviously the smoke coming out of them. I love that. It's so cool. But because of obviously where the builder for these factories are active as soon as you own a plot of land, that's when these start kicking in. So I need to figure out a way of hiding them until it's built. I was thinking of maybe raising them up, have them set like down below and raising them up as they build, which is an idea. So by the time it comes to the last part, they'll be pretty much there. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, Dave's not really big worried about it. It is something I've wanted to get back into these factories since day one. But yeah, BDB, if you're out there, thank you very much for your help. It was super, but yeah, I like it. And I think it just finishes those factories off as well, in my opinion. Just have those smokes to show that they're actually running. So, yeah. Right. What was I doing? I got sidetracked there. Oh yeah, I was down here, wasn't I, by this sawmill. Right, so let's get these coffins picked up, and obviously that's going to be the next one. So there's that. Let's turn this off a minute. So I like it. I like it a lot. And obviously I did show Mr. Green Thumb Farmer. I know on his production it does have smoke, but not the same way. So, and unfortunately you can't actually see it at the minute. But yeah, he's got it in there. So I may have to look into how he's done his, or yeah, look at it into a different way. But yeah, the build is slowly coming on. Obviously one building there, got another building there. Oh, just need to take a little bit of time here. So that is definitely coming on quite nicely. Now one thing I would like is to have smoke coming out of those chimneys. Now wouldn't that be absolutely cool? Big black smoke coming out. Oh yeah, that would just finish them properly, I think. But yeah, so Chris is watching on an Xbox. Really cool. Nice, nice, nice. So does that mean you're playing on Xbox now, not PC, or are you doing both? Right, so let's see, that's 1, 2, so the third, is that right? 1, 2, 3, obviously yeah, so the sawmill was the third one. The fourth one is going to be in the swamp area. So that'll give you an idea where I'm heading. And Matt's muted and deafened, so can't hear or see anything. How you doing there, Prom? Oh, hopefully you're having a good day, sir. Oh, there he is. Cool.
Sorry if I muted myself. I had to take care of something.
Oh, good, 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 good.
Anyways, how's your day been?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Not too bad. Kind of happy at the minute. Finally got something that's been bugging the crap out of me for ages sorted out. Kind of.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so it's getting basically the smoke particles into productions and stuff. I still got to make a few tweaks here and there to try and get it invisible until it's built. But yeah, it's in there kind of and working, so we'll see what happens with that in the future.
What factory are you putting it on?
At the minute I've actually got it on the Heinz. I don't know if you watched a minute ago.
Oh no, I just logged on.
You just logged on. Oh, how rude. So yeah, so just a quick one to show you guys again. Obviously, the good old Heinz factory right here. Obviously, as you can see at the top, you've got those lovely smoke chimneys coming out. So yay! Did you see the Waylands of Italia signal did triggers? What do you? I have no idea what the heck that is there, Alfred Prob. I honestly have no idea. Is that a mod, a map, or something else? Let me take a print of that. There we go. They have triggers with title quite new. It's a map called Lands of Italia. Okay, may have to have a look into that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely have to have a look into that. If we can bring something in that's more helpful, yeah, that'd be great. But obviously, for anybody interested, obviously there's not going to be any updates to PV Canyon Crossing at least till next week. Obviously, after the Platinum DLC, or Premium I should say, is released, obviously depending on whether it breaks the map or anything, or anything needs to be adjusted, obviously Dave is going to let you guys know later on. But I'd probably imagine if there is going to be any updates, it will probably be Tuesday/Wednesday next week. So bear that one in mind.
Like all of us have learned, when anything time Giants release anything brand new or important, something breaks.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so number 4 spawn area. So this is down in the bog area. Obviously there is the bogs themselves that you drain. So look in this area if you're trying to find a spawn point. Obviously, like I said, you do need to own the land to be able to get them to spawn. Right, so let's do that. Hopefully that'll do. Doobie-doobie-doo. Now there is... Whoa, spin that a bit too fast. You can go in there. Obviously with the presents they can be just sold. With the surfboards they've got their own sell point. The same with the bunnies. Now the coffins are a little bit different. Obviously you do need to put down the morgue. Put the coffins into the morgue. And then fill them with bodies. And then they go obviously off to the graveyard. So yeah. I discovered that you hide the triggers. Don't know that, no. Ah, okay, that's an interesting one. I'll have to definitely have a look into that prom. Hiding triggers. Obviously, the way we've got them currently set up for the buildables, they raise up as they're building. But if they can be sort of deactivated or hidden, that way it would be kind of cool. It's in the game. Standard games. Okay. Oh, hide the trick. Yeah, I know what you're on about. You mean... Right, see, because that's quite... So, I wish Dave would sort this bit out. Oh, where is it? Is it this one?
Just so you know, Chris, the
Info.
trailers for those containers you need
That-
are the Hispano standard trailers and the Mod Hub.
Yeah. So yes, this one right here, Prom. Interactive zone markers, you can actually hide them that way as well, in-game. Yep. Actually, that's been there since day one, because I keep hitting it from time to time when I first started, thinking, what the heck is this all about? And then loading back up and thinking, where's all my triggers gone? So yeah. But yeah, like Matt said, Chris, these are an edited version of the Hispano Modern flat racks. These ones are, actually. Obviously, with the Super B trailers that came out as well. So, let's see. Nope, that's not the one I want. I want this one here. So, but yeah, they're on the in-game mod hub. Obviously, you do have to edit the containers and flat racks a little bit. But obviously, on my YouTube channel, there is a video on how to do that. Obviously, I'm using this trailer here, so the Lord King containers Super B by Hispano Modding. That's what's on the base, and then this is the one I'm using here, the Titan flat racks. But they do have a grain one. They've got a liquid one. There's other normal containers as well, which you can use with doors that open up on the back, on the side. They're really kind of cool. But obviously, when you load them onto a map of any kind, you will get some fill type warnings, which is a pain in the butt. You can go over to, like I said, my YouTube channel and try and edit them yourselves. So there is a simple, about 10-15 minute little video that you can do that with. So yeah. And it's a edited trigger with movement of text. You can see from my distance. Okay, that's very, very cool. But yeah, I'll have to have a look into that, Mr. Prom. It might be something that could be added in, possibly. But obviously, it's that the main box itself as well, where you unload, is the issue. Obviously, you need to get rid of that as well. It's not one thing to another. But yeah, right. So that's one. So just a quick recap while I'm flying up this hill. So obviously, we are going through at least. Let's see. I think it would be 6 triggers in total we're going to be covering for those seasonal events today. So the first one is going to be, let me bring up the map first of all. So as I said earlier, obviously I don't own it, but obviously just above field 10, this pond is 1 trigger. Obviously Dave's already mentioned that. trigger number 2, if you have the central farm near the starter house, is a second trigger. The third one is going to be near the sawmill, just off the side there. The fourth one, which was the one I was just at, is down in this little area here. Obviously, I have no problem showing it off. And, oh, good, I didn't crash into trees. So, the next one is going to be in the northwest area. So, any of you guys that have the farm up there, you probably already started getting some stuff coming out there. So, yeah. But yeah, that's where we're literally going, is the north, north, south, north, south, northwest, isn't it? Farm. Obviously, that is where the next load of stuff are.
Forgot which way was up, huh?
Yeah, I need to put like. That's something I keep saying as well. I've mentioned it to Dave. I need to get like a set of clocks for time zones, and I think I need to get a compass
Yeah.
now as well. Oh, try to keep up
Believe
with all
me, I
these
lose.
different things. It's terrible.
Sometimes I forget myself. I'm just like, okay, which way am I going now?
Yeah. But yeah, right. Down here. Now, I haven't really done too much still with this farm. Obviously, I'm trying to save up on money. Now, can I get through that? I can. Good. There we go. Right, next to the silo. So if you still have it there, you can see there's a big, huge pile of presents and coffins. So this is going to be their fourth one? Fifth? I can't remember. I've lost track now. But yeah, so this is the next place you want to be looking at if you own the land. Right, so that just leaves a couple more. There. Gotta be very careful I don't lose my hand, so I don't have to reload, because it's a pain in the bum. Oh, the amount of times I had to do that over the weekend, reload it, because those freaking logs are a pain. There we go. But yeah, for anyone just joining, over the weekend, if I can find it, this area next to field 53, I've literally cleared all the trees that I wanted. I've just got to pick up the last few logs from that area, hence the auto drive. Right, so that's the main ones. Right, I'm going to set auto drive to go down to the center of the map. Helps if I have the right ones. No, not factories, I want that one. And we'll go into there. So you should be fine for the minute. We'll catch up to him in a minute, because obviously the next one is going to be down in this area. But while he's driving, I can get this going again. But yeah, as you can see, all those trees have now been fully cleared, as well as the two rock formations that were in there. And obviously to clear those rocks, you do need to use the jackhammer, and obviously you will get gravel from it. I had to think there for a second. So obviously, if you come across any rocks within forestry, you'll most likely get gravel from them. If it's in the mine, those will give you stone, so it's kind of cool. Well, what's going on? Behave. So yeah, this is literally the last few logs I need to get rid of, but it's taken quite a while. Whew. Oh, you're just having a funny 5 minutes for your container. Okay, good to know. Right. Kind of feel like we need a grab that has like some wheels on the side, so it goes sideways into the containers to make life a little bit easier. There's that. Don't know if it's realistic, but yeah, that would be kind of nice. There we go. There's that one. But yeah, unlike Mr. Dave, I'm not cheating. I'm just doing one trailer at a time, but also I do have two auto drive courses or drivers running them to the sawmills. So makes life that little bit easier. Hey Rusty Nail, how you doing? There we go. Gotta keep an eye on that. There we go. How are we doing? It's about 3 ball, looking at that. So let's move you across a bit. How was your weekend, sir? But yeah, very, very busy. That's for sure this was. And a complete pain. But got there eventually. Obviously one thing I will be focusing on next at some point is obviously reloading my save game, because it's just freaking knackered my hand. How many more do I need? I'll need like 1 or 2 more, that's terrible. But yeah, obviously one thing I do still want to get through and do is... Oh, wrong one. Finish off my little road from here. I think I got around about halfway so far, so I am going to be carrying that on at some point throughout this year. And obviously bringing it into this main area. But yeah, this is going to be my focus for the minute, to get this field extended out. Right, let's go find Mr. Auto Driver. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You're up there. Okay. Right, I just need to do a quick save and reload because I was losing my hand there for a moment. But yeah, this is why we need a grab that can maybe shift stuff to the side. Was it the Lizard platform trailer? Nope. One sec. Let me go to desktop. While this is quitting. Let me bring up Giant's website. So on the in-game mod hub, if you come into the search, or even the in-game mod hub itself, or the website, whichever, if you type in Hispano modding, or even just Hispano would be better actually, to be honest. It'll bring this lot up. So the first thing is, obviously this is what I'm using. So the Load King Containers Super B. So that is the first one you want to grab. Obviously it's all by Hispano modding, the stuff I'm using. So that's the first thing you'd want to grab. And obviously I'll put that in chat for anybody interested. So there's that one. And then if you actually look, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, the containers and the flat racks, they will auto load products. Kind of in the same way you fill up a tipper trailer. That's literally how they work. They basically take it from being a pallet into a, well, what's the easiest way of doing it? A liquid type, almost sort of bulk material type thing. But obviously they do have the visuals to show when a product's being put into it. Now obviously I have, like I said, edited it. On my YouTube channel there is that video you can watch to edit all 4 of them. Now obviously if you've got anything by 82 Studios that does the same principle, you can actually do the same edit to them as you do to these containers, and it won't throw any warnings or errors on any map. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, I'd recommend getting any of those. They're all kind of cool. Obviously, this is the one I'm using, the flat rack. To lift them, obviously, I am using the Liebherr here. This is quite a nice one, so recommend getting that. Obviously, if you want to transport liquid products, you've got that there as well as this one. Obviously the 2 differences, obviously this one only has like Farm Sim and Lizard on the side of it. It doesn't have anything else. Whereas the Titan ones will have real life company logos that you can put onto them. So that's the reason why I went for the Titan versions. Obviously scrolling down, you do have the grain containers, the same things. Obviously you could put them on top of those trailers, fill them up with any bulk product that's on the map, whether it's a mining material, something from the crops, you could use that as well. I've got a couple of them myself. And then the last thing I would recommend is this one right here, the lizard crane. This will also pick up those containers, so you could actually use either that or the Liber. They're both set up to pick up these containers, so it's quite nice. This thing I'm in an iron about. I have loaded it into the game. I find it has a lot of issues on the bridges, so I would recommend staying away from that. But apart from that, I just want to have a look what else they've got. Ooh, chase bins. Might have to grab them. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. They look familiar, but I don't think Hispano Modern did them previously. But yeah, that should help you out anyway, Mr. Chris. Obviously, they are. I do believe they're on console as well. So, but they obviously can't be edited, unfortunately. And looks like my game crashed. So let's bring this back up. Working on clearing out the area on my dock of trees to see what kind of an area I have for either animals and greenhouses. Oh, nice. But yeah, if you want to find them in game, just come to the download content, click on search, type in Hispano, and you should get, if you do it right, search Hispano. There we go. If you spell it right, it helps. It will show right there, so you can see which ones I've got. So I've got the Titan grain containers right there, and obviously that Super King. That is kind of interesting to me, considering something I've been looking for a little while. I'll have to have a look into that. But obviously you've got your liquid one there, and obviously the flat racks. Obviously the reason it's shown that I need to update mine is because I've edited mine, but I've got that as well. Now the only problem is that the Libra doesn't show in there. It is what it is. But these are kind of nice balers as well if you're into things, so maybe grab that as well. Last update for the mod for the Switch was 14th of October. It sounds about right, yep. Yeah, obviously the last few weeks Dave has kind of postponed any updates to the map. So if you have version, I think it's 1.0.14.0. Let me double check that.
Yeah, it's 1.4.0.
Yeah, I thought it was. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, so if that's the one, the version you've got, that's the current version. Yeah, so. But yeah, like I said earlier, there is hopefully going to be possibly an update after the premium is released. So bear that in mind. So let's get back up. I did your edit on the TLX enclosed trailer and the TLX special just to have some more options, so I don't have to use the same trailers every time. Exactly, yeah. Yep, anything by Hispano Modding or 82 Studios that has that. Obviously, like the Phoenix, for example, that has it as well. Yeah, just do that simple little edit. And actually, what I will do is YouTube. I'll go over to my channel. Find where the heck my lists are. Tutorials. And we'll share that. Copy. Yeah, so if anybody does want to make those edits, oops, there is a link to the video that I did do. It's literally only like 11 minutes long, 12 minutes long, so, but it will allow you to make those edits really quickly and simply. But yeah, yep, that's version 14, that's the current version. We are on Mr. Problem, so that's kind of cool. Obviously, if you don't have the update, either run the mod folder switcher each time you load up, and you should be good to go. Or go over to Dave's. If you're not using the mod folder switcher, remember guys, there is links on Dajnet's Trello for up to update 12. Obviously, you'll need to go over to his Twitch channel and then type in !update 13 and !update update 14 to get the 2 additional updates. So yeah, I know a few people were, over the weekend have been saying, oh, we're still getting the issue with dependencies on servers. So yeah, obviously that was removed, but you do still need the Platinum DLC and the production revamp mod on this map for it to run correctly. So yeah, fun and games, guys, fun and games. Come on. I think adding all those trees is really slowing this down a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, obviously those little saplings, for some weird reason, just have not started growing. Obviously, I have tried keeping some of them visually, so I can actually see them. If they do start growing, what I may end up doing is just removing the trees and replanting. It may just be I hit that month where they stop growing. I have no idea, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to definitely have a little play around with those buildables, see if I can get something sorted out. So you guys, if there is going to be another map out, at least the factories will have smoke coming out the chimneys. But yeah, that was one thing I wanted for a long time. Tried a few different approaches and it just couldn't get them to work. But finally got there. Right, so let's get this loaded back up. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Right, so first thing, let's get you driving back to the vehicle shop. Number 2, we were over here, weren't we? Yeah. See, what we need, let's have a look. What would they be under? See, what we need is something like this, a grapple like this, but it has maybe between the forks or whatever, little wheels or something to make it go sideways, so you can load them in easier. That's what I kind of envision wanting, but yeah, I ain't gonna get it, I don't think. What's under wheel loaders? Wheel loaders. See, even something like that has like something in the middle that just moves them to the side would make the loading those containers so much easier. So much stuff. What in the heck is that? A mixer? What the heck's that meant me for? What the heck is a mixer for? Must be going. See you next time, Billy. Congratulations. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Ghost. And yeah, catch you later. Thanks for popping in, buddy. Much appreciated. But yeah. Could do it. Yeah, definitely need something like a grapple that has that, like something, or I don't know, just something to make it go sideways out of the forks. Right, there he is. And okay. Now normally what I try and do is get close and then just chuck it in. Don't usually have that problem then. But every now and again I just get that little bit too close and a bit too cocky and then lose my hand. There we go. That's fine. But yeah, I'm definitely happy about that smoke. I'm going to be chuffed and smiling from ear to ear for a while. Alright then. We want the sawmill unloading. There we go. There we are. But yeah, it's kind of funny that Dave says, "Oh, I'm not really bothered about it," but you think if you're gonna put out a friggin' awesome map, why not just have those fine-tuned little bits in there as well? I don't know. Somewhere there. And who knows, maybe one day production revamp will add it in as well, so it can be toggled on and off somehow. I don't know. But yeah, one of the ideas I thought of regarding those smoke effects is have it set so it raises up from underneath, so you're not seeing it before it gets built. So that's an idea I have to play around with. There we go. That's fine. But yeah, at some point I do want to maybe look into getting another plot of land in the desert as well. Oh crap! Too much, too much. I may be reloading again in a minute. I can see that happening. I really can. These logs are just a pain. There we go. Righty. I do know that Mr. Wheels actually came up with quite a nice idea for a log loading station, as it were, that he used the port conveyors and stuff. It's an idea, but obviously I don't really mess up the landscaping around here, so. And as I'm nearly finished, here's what it is. There we go. Come on. Doink. There we go. There we are. Yeah, I think I've got about 3, maybe 4 more loads there. And this area should be finished. Then I can actually start getting in here with a plough and extend that field out. There we go. Oh, didn't quite get it. At least I did. There we are. There we go. Did I just lose it again? I did. Dang it! And I only had 1 more to go, or maybe 2. Can I? What do I have? What do I have? I could use. That is annoying. That is so friggin' annoying. I wonder. So, Mr. Rusty Nail, this is the forest area next to Field 53. I've literally come through, I've removed all of those trees, as you see now. Obviously, I'm going to be extending this field right out so it comes in line with the field above, 46. And I think that's going to be fine for this area. Obviously, I have kept the road at the bottom here. And obviously, I've just gone around the outside currently and added some grass texture. So, yep, there is the road right there. Obviously, at some point I do want to carry it on a little bit further, because I did notice, I don't know if it was intentional or not. I want that, don't I? Yep. But if you guys haven't been down here yet, so it stops right here. But what's really strange is if he'd taken on that a little bit further, he could have brought it right down to the road coming in. So yeah, I see you like the man trucks. I do, for the simple fact, I don't know if you've noticed it yourself, is we've got some Ding coming in a minute. But the reason I go for this is on the back, it does have obviously that hitch on the back as well, so you can actually pull other equipment, not just trailers with this thing. So plows, seeders and all that can be hooked up onto it and run. So yeah, that's why I tend to stick with the man trucks. I wonder if I can back up to that. Let's see if I can just do it or not. I only literally need 1 or 2 more logs to go in here. So let's try it. Then, if not, oh, 1. There we go. Look at that banging. Wasn't that clever? Now, obviously, yeah, it does show 88, but it is 44 because obviously the trailer and the container.
Thanks for the raid.
Weird. And Mr. Darius Frost raided with a party of 43. How you guys doing? How was your raid?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Glad to hear it. I was lurking earlier on. Your base is looking quite amazing. And obviously,
Yep, I do love the building.
yep, if you guys had not followed Mr. Frost, go over, give him a follow. How you doing there, Warthog? And yeah, check out his Ark Survival Ascended base at the minute. It's coming on quite nicely. Right, I am going to need to do a reload because I've lost my hand once again, so bear with me for just 1 minute, guys. Let's go to the desktop so you guys can see things. But yeah, and how is Mr. Dave doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Where do I put an aviary, Dave? The island's getting crowded. Where do I put it?
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I now have an idea for it.
The Winter Wolf has that as well, is it? Okay. I have had it previously, but never really used it that much. So, but yeah, I like trying to keep mods to the minimum, and obviously that's a little simple little base game edit on that one. Hey there, MJ Woody, how's it going, bud? But yeah, not that the Winter Wolf is a nice truck actually. Definitely good for forestry and stuff like that. And there we go. There we go. Actually, I can close your stream now, so let's close that. As I was watching.
I know that feeling. Suddenly you're like, I've got like 8 streams open. Not enough space on all the desktops.
Yeah. Well, actually, you're the only person I currently follow who was alive, so it's fine.
I feel honored, sir.
Yes. Yeah. The only thing it does bug me about the Winter Wolf is the lights on it. I find that they're too yellow for my opinion. I think they should be more white than yellow.
Yeah,
But
you're
yeah.
not wrong.
Yeah.
They're like too faded out.
But yeah, apart from that, it is a nice truck. I'll give him that. He did a really good job on it. But yeah, I've actually got the Phoenix on here at the minute. I've got a couple that I use for running mining material. But that's about it, really. Hey, Vortex, how's it going, bud? Yeah, maybe let it get a bit dark and have a look. Turn those lights on at night and see what we're on about. Yeah. Right then, let's get back to Farm Sim screen rather than my desktop. Then you don't get to see all the little pop-ups coming up because every now and again I do get like notifications from Steam saying so and so is now gone, loaded up this game and that game. And it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I get a lot of those too.
Yep, you probably see me pop up a few times as well. Doing Fishing Planet in the afternoons.
I saw you pop on very early this morning saying you were playing Fishing Planet.
Yeah, well that was this afternoon for me, so yeah.
Well, afternoon for you, early morning for me.
Yep. Yeah.
Tomato, Billy. Tomato.
Yeah, I've been trying to level up in it, so... And obviously as I'm on into doing the sturgeons at the minute, it's kind of helping out, build up my money and stuff, so...
Oh, I know what the problem is, huh? I gotta go fix your food dish?
Yes, you do.
Oh, this is hilarious. As you guys know, we just got a puppy and everything, and her favorite thing to do is to pull the dish bowl to the middle of the walkway and then sit down and eat right in the middle of the walkway in the kitchen. It is hilarious.
Oh, and why not?
Oh, and the best part is she and our cat actually get along. There's been no clawing, no fighting or anything, which is stupendous, we think.
That's always good.
Yeah. The only thing she did was a couple times she's batted at her because she got too close to her. But hey, take that as a win. No claws. That's a big thing.
Yep.
Yeah, cats and dogs, as much as they don't get along, they still figure out their happy place.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah, they figure out how they know where to go and how not to push themselves too far.
Oh heck yeah. Right then.
And when it
Okay.
comes to
No.
cats, they tend to say, "Okay, this is your place. This is what I'll tolerate."
Yeah.
Right. That's awesome.
Let's see.
Oh, that's
You
why.
sawmill container. There's that one. And let's finish you. You're fine. So that's those two off again. Right then, back to what I was doing. So obviously collecting presents and coffins. So for those just coming in, hopefully you all enjoyed Mr. Darius Frost's stream. Obviously, for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, I am currently playing on PV Canyon Crossing by Mr. Dashnet, who's obviously in chat with us. Obviously, it is a 16x size map, which means it's 16 times the size of a base game map. And at the minute, I'm currently going around collecting seasonal items. So, just a quick recap. Obviously, that is the map itself. So, obviously, these are the ones that are known to me currently, because I've had a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm not getting anything." So, obviously, you do need to own the lands and have the event center placed for these to work. Obviously, one spawn trigger is going to be down in the north, hang on, southeast, should say, farm, just above field 10. The second one is in the swamp area, somewhere around about there. Obviously, you're more than welcome to go back through the stream to see where each of the points that I've found so far. Obviously, there's one up in the farm up here, one by the sawmill, one by the central farm. Now, the next one is literally going to be at the end of this road. So, obviously, I've already covered a few of them already, picked up. And we'll go head down here. Now, I don't usually clear the one under the bridge at the top here, but I might as well show you guys so you know what to look for. The reason I've left it there is so they actually get shifted to another trigger. Probably works, probably doesn't, but it is what it is. The happy place at my house with the cat and dogs, and the cat says, yeah. Thankfully, we've only got cats, so we can't have dogs here, so it's a bit of a shame, but I'd love to have a dog one day. But I might as well clear it out, because I haven't cleared this under the bridge in quite a long time, so let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this is the 6th one. That leaves at least one more that I know of. Hey there, Mr. Grits fan, how's it going, buddy? Just come up here. So yeah, if you got this bridge, obviously just come around the side of it, and obviously Dave's showed this off tons and tons of times before. Right, underneath here is, as you can see, I do have a bunny here and a coffin. Obviously the coffin's going to be coming with me, might as well pick that up while I'm at it. And while I think about it, we'll give Mr. Grits fan a shout out. And obviously, if you guys are not following Mr. Grits fan, obviously he was doing a little bit of ATS over the weekend. So if you're into ATS, farming sim, definitely go over and check him out when he does go live. So that is obviously point number 6 that I know of. There is one more, which we will go and see, because I do know I do have a couple of coffins up there. There we go. Now the last one I know of is actually up ahead of me, but up high. And a pain in the bum of a spot, to be honest, but yeah, I might as well show you and grab the coffins while I'm there.
You didn't think Dave would make it easy, did you?
I know. the main reason that if it's a pain in the bum is that obviously I've shown this spot off once or twice before. Now, if you have like things like the chocolate bunnies spawning, some will actually spawn into the landscape, making it kind of tricky to get them back out. But if you have a auto trailer or something, you can get them back out. So bear that in mind. So it's not a complete loss, but it's a pain. Right, let me get rid of that because I don't need you up there now. Plus, you also get to see a little bit of my map that I don't usually come near. Obviously, I've got the Pepsi factory built around here. I've got Aurora Textiles on the foreground there. Obviously, like I keep saying, that will be getting moved to the graveyard. But I've got the McCain's there. I've got obviously the glue and the drywall factory there. Obviously, the blah 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 blah. The morgue. That little
The
building.
words are hard.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called there. That will actually be getting moved at some point. Same with the graveyard. Obviously, for the summer events, obviously there is a surfboard sell point. This one right here. Obviously, I've just placed this one down. Around the back is obviously the unload trigger for that. So if you've got any surfboards, that's where you need to take them. But you do need to place them. Right then, so up here in the mine. Now it's the only one that I know of that's in the mine for the seasonal events. Right, we've got to come up around here to the left. And obviously this will be the last one that I show because this is pretty much all the 7 ones that I now know of. I don't know how many exactly there are, but there's probably a few more out there. Right, up past the coal mine and the cobalt. So obviously you've got coal there and cobalt. So you carry on up and around and head up to the actual multi-mine. And that's where we're heading. Now obviously I own each of these lands as well, hence why I'm getting them spawning out, and obviously they have run through some time to actually now spawn products in. Now one thing with the multi-mine as well, if you were not aware, you can remove the top of it, which is kind of nice. Just obviously go into your construction menu, obviously hit the old demolish and then select the top and you can actually sell it. There is what 3 or 4 different mines I think around here that can do it. Obviously I've got one right there which is a bauxite mine. It's the only one left that I currently own that still has the top to it, but I'm going to leave that one there just as an example for you guys if I ever need to show that.